Hello, I'm Inspector Rolf Poole from New South Wales Rural Fire Service. In this short video, we're going to discuss how you can safely conduct pile burning on your property. Step 1 is to seek the appropriate environmental approval, if required. The type of approval depends on the purpose of the burn. For example, bushfire hazard reduction, burning native vegetation, or an approval for open burning. Open burning is prohibited in many densely populated areas or where green bins are provided. It's best to check with your local council. Green waste collection services is the best option for urban yard maintenance. Pile burning is an option available for rural, agricultural or isolated properties. In the example that we're looking at today, the property owner has obtained an approval for open burning from Hornsby Council. So it's important to follow the conditions on your approval. Each council is different. Within the Hornsby Shire Council, they permit the burning of material that's less than 150 millimetres thick or no thicker than 6 inches. The material must be dead or dying or brown. It should not be green because the green material will put up a lot of smoke. If it looks like it's going to rain before the burn, before you're intending to burn, put a tarp over it and keep it dry. You can't burn any plastics, cardboard, polystyrene or treated timber such as pallets, and there are hefty fines involved for burning that type of material. So it's vital to choose an appropriate location for your pile. Make sure there's a good clearance of at least 5 metres around the pile and the grass is maintained. You need to be a good safe distance away from any structures such as your house, any fence lines, and make sure there's no power lines overhead. The next step is to obtain approval from your local fire authority. If the property is within rural fire district, you will require a fire safety permit during the bushfire danger period. The bushfire danger period can vary but generally runs through the warmer months of each year. Request a fire safety permit through your local fire control centre or local brigade. Once you have a permit, make sure you check, sign and abide by the conditions on the back. The permit will last for a maximum of 21 days. If the property is in a metropolitan area and is covered by a fire and rescue district, you'll require a fire safety permit all year round from your local fire and rescue brigade. So once you have your council approval and your fire permit in place, the next step is notifications. You need to let your neighbours know and the fire authority know at least 24 hours before you light up. This 24 hours notice is your chance to do a final check regarding suitable weather conditions. All permits are suspended on days of very high fire danger or above, and total fire bans can be issued over a 24-hour period. Before lighting, it's important to have the correct clothing and equipment. You are required to have a water supply and sufficient length of hose in order to control the pile burn. It's also advisable that you are dressed in long sleeve cotton clothing, long pants, enclosed shoes with a hat and gloves. Start your burn from one side and allow the fire to progress slowly across the pile. Don't get impatient. While you're conducting the pile burn, be sure to keep an eye out for floating embers that may potentially start spot fires in surrounding areas. Use a metal rake or tools to push in the outer edges of the fire and maintain the fire edge. An appropriate adult needs to be in supervision at all times, and you need to monitor the pile burn until the material has been completely burnt out and there is no longer any active flame. If you have trouble with the fire or there is a fire escape, call 000. It's always best to report fire escapes before they cause any further damage. Be aware that significant penalties apply when you don't follow the conditions or you breach the conditions on your fire safety permit or your open burning regulation. Check with your local council and the Rural Fire Service. Have a look at the Rural Fire Service website for further detail. If you follow these guidelines, you'll have a safe and successful pile burn.